Alright guys, what we have here is our brand new compressor, and I'm going to show you how to properly drain it, because usually it comes with some shipping oil and you'll get instructions letting you know you need to drain that oil and then introduce the new PAG oil in the correct amount. Now I looked up on the manual for my application and it quotes we need 6 ounces of PAG 46. It said put half the charge in the compressor and the other half throughout the system, such as the accumulator, the condenser. So it required 2 ounces of oil into the accumulator, 1 ounce into the condenser, and we'll put the remaining 3 ounces in the compressor itself. Now on this compressor, of course we'll pull these and drain it from here, but it requires you also to drain it if it has a drain plug, which this one does, that we'll have to be draining it from here as well. So we'll loosen that. We'll get ready to drain this. We'll pop these little caps off so we can properly drain this. And as we're draining it, we'll be turning the clutch itself to help in draining procedure. We're just going to drain it into this oil pan bucket. We're going to start draining it from the drain plug itself. There we go. Get some of the draining there. As we turn our clutch. Now it's coming out. Now it says it's got 5.3 ounces in it. So we're going to be draining for a while. Flip it over and see if we can get some out of the top ports. Because I want to drain as much of this out as I can, so then we get the correct amount of PAG oil in it. And this is a little time procedure. It'll take a little while, especially with 5.3 ounces. But it's very important that you get all the oil out of there, especially if it's shipping oil. This actually has PAG 46 oil in it, but you don't want to leave that in there. You want to put new fresh oil in there with the correct amount. For the most part, I think that's about it, but I'm going to continue to let it drain. Continue to turn the clutch. I believe that's all out of the drain plug. You want to turn the clutch itself, not the pulley, but the clutch. There's some more coming out. I'm actually going to sit it in here. Well, I believe that's about all we're going to get out of it. Now we can fill it up with new fresh pag oil. Go ahead and wipe it all down. We'll stick our drain plug back in it, tighten it up. There we go. Now, this is the old oil out of it, and you can see this is shipping. It shipped with this. This is PAG 46, but it is a little dirty. Not too bad. I had a little bit of dirt in there, so for the most part, that's why they tell you to drain the oil that's in it. Even if it's the correct oil, you want to drain it from shipping and then install brand new fresh clean oil. Something like this, PAG 46. You can see how clear and clean it is. So we're going to put 3 ounces in, and you're going to put it in the biggest plug in here. That's for the low pressure. This is for high pressure line. So we're going to install the 3 ounces into this low pressure side, and while we're doing that, we're going to be turning the clutch. You want to spin this at least 10 revolutions. So we're probably going to do it 15-20 spins. That way you make sure all the seals get lubricated, so upon initial starting you're not going to have any catastrophes happening or anything, because everything will be lubricated inside. So that's very critical. You turn the clutch, not the pulley, but the clutch itself, minimum 10 revolutions. We'll go 15-20 just to be on the safe side. Then we'll install the air compressor back onto the truck. So I'm going to dump this old oil, clean my measuring cup real good, then we'll pour 3 ounces in there and we'll just filter it in there. Alright, now that we've got the old compressor, or the new compressor, all drained, tighten up the oil plug. I'll pop these caps off one more time. We're going to install our new oil. We have 3 ounces of PAG 46, because remember, our system counted for 6 ounces, put half of it into the compressor. And as we're installing this, we're going to want to turn this clutch, let it all flush through the system, or let it all circulate. We want it to get to all the seals inside. And we are installing it into the biggest port, which is the low side. You always want to install it into the low side. You want to turn this clutch a minimum of 10 revolutions. Now we've got our 3 ounces in. Now we're just going to slowly turn this probably 15, 20 times. Make sure everything's getting lubricated inside. Then she'll be ready for install. And you want to hear it like gurgling like that. That just means all the oil's getting slung around on the inside. It's hitting all the seals.